In both cycles, DNA is replicated. However, in mitosis, the parent cell divides into two sister cells that are completely identical with identical genetics. In meiosis, the parent cell divides into two sister cells that then divide into two individual eggs or sperm. These eggs or sperm have half of the DNA. In the first stage of meiosis, tetrads form. Tetrads are when two homologous chromosomes cross over each other and the genes are shared. Homologous chromosomes have two sister chromatids inside of them. In the first stage of meiosis, homologous chromosome pairs separate. In the second stage, they are aligned and the sister chromatids divide. Chromosomes assort independently during meiosis, so they have a 50% chance of ending up in different gametes. If genes show up in different gametes less than 50% of the time, they are assumed to be on the same homologous chromosome.
So when it comes to sexual reproduction with meiosis or asexual reproduction with mitosis, they definitely both have their advantages and disadvantages. But sexual reproduction tends to have more advantages for more forms of life. Some advantages of asexual reproduction is that one parent cell can produce two identical daughter cells, and also that it doesn't need to go searching for a mate or it doesn't need to be fertilized to have those cells or to produce those cells. Along with this, they can also produce their cells faster than sexual reproduction. Although a big disadvantage of asexual reproduction is that all the cells that are produced are exactly identical to the parent cell. This means that they can't evolve and change and adapt to their environment because they're using the same DNA over and over again. Because of this lack of variation and being unable to adapt to their environment or a disease, it can cause them to easily become extinct. Some disadvantages of sexual reproduction is that first off, two parent cells are needed to produce other cells. This also means that the parent organisms have to find a mate before being able to reproduce. The process itself is also longer than asexual reproduction, and therefore it can't reproduce as quickly as asexual reproduction can. Although the advantages of sexual reproduction outweigh the disadvantages. Organisms that produce from sexual reproduction are more likely to survive in an area because the cell created from two parent cells is never exactly identical to either one. With the DNA variation as it produces, it is able to adapt and evolve and survive in its area.